Transparency is a very critical point when guiding people, especially through crisis.
Would you actually share with us more about the water crisis and how you've been navigating that?
I think the secret to greatness, one, is humility. The river itself was not fit for drinking water, and it really caused a major health crisis.
Are there any policies or resolutions in your city or jurisdiction that promote sustainability?
We have a big job, but we have the funding.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Artful Impact.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Artful Impact podcast. Today, we are at Washington, D.C. in Pentagon City with EOPA Elected Officials Protect America. And here with me, Ekaterina Sky, Mayor Marcus Muhammad, who is a dedicated public servant, leader, and advocate for justice, serving as the mayor of Benton Harbor, Michigan. Known for his work in transforming the city's financial standing and navigating environmental challenges such as the lead water crisis. Mayor Muhammad combines community-centered leadership with a vision for equity, empowerment, and sustainable urban development. His voice has become a symbol of resilience, advocacy, and moral clarity in times of local and national challenge. Hi, Marcus.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Welcome back to Pentagon City and to EOPA certificate program that we are here doing together this weekend. It's very exciting.
It's an honor and a privilege to be back.
Same, I feel that too. And we have a few questions for you to inspire the audience of Artful Impact and to learn more about what you do and the way you think so we can bring your mission forward to the world and to see the way you think. So our first question for you is, your leadership in Benton Harbor has centered around resilience and transformation. What were some of the biggest mindset shifts that helped you guide your community through crisis and into recovery?
Well, transparency is a very critical point when guiding people, especially through crisis, because the more information, the more knowledge that you can disseminate and distribute to people, the more equipped they are to handle and deal with the challenges at hand. So transparency was a major aspect to help guide my residents through our water-led crisis.
Beautiful. So first of all, what I hear is that through transparency, you help people to gain trust, right, in your leadership, interaction.
Yes.
And would you actually share with us more about the water crisis and how you've been navigating that?
So we were made aware that we had lead service lines in like 2021 and working with the Whitmer administration, Governor Whitmer, working with the federal government, we were able to procure $45 million to remove and replace all lead service lines in 13 months. So we came under budget and we finished ahead of schedule.
Whoa.
So it was a great feat that we accomplished, but it took collaboration, it took cooperation, and it took everybody working together.
Right, and it's probably felt like a lot of pressure, right, to make sure that it's executed. Also, it affects people's health, so it feels really urgent.
Yes.
And then even though you were under budget, you had to work with it because you had no choice.
Well, when we say we finished under budget, we had money left over.
Oh, wow!
Because we were able to very efficiently tackle the task. So we were able to use what was left over to improve our water filtration plant as well as our water distribution system, which we're working on as we speak.
Wow, that's very impressive. And I'm sure the community had so much more trust in you afterwards as well.
You know, it was not easy.
Yeah.
But I think that we were able to gain trust, and restore credibility, because it was a lot of media attention, especially after Flint, Michigan. But we were able to manage the media frenzy, and at the same time get the job done.
I see. And those who don't know about Flint, Michigan, who are not from there, would you share more about it?
So Flint, Michigan, they too had an emergency manager under Governor Rick Snyder. The people in Flint were poisoned. The water source was changed from Lake Huron to the Flint River, and the corrosion, the river itself was not fit for drinking water, and it really caused a major health crisis in Flint. And actually, they just, after 10 years, replaced all of their lead service lines. But different situation. But I'm happy that Mayor Neely, under his leadership, he was able to at least get Flint to this point.
Wow. And you were able to completely, because like it's probably was also scary to watch that, right? And then knowing that this is happening in your city, and like how do you navigate the situation so that you can continue keep people healthy and believing and trusting you in your leadership? Yes. And it seems like you navigated it pretty well.
Well, I had a lot of help. I was able to learn the lessons of Flint. So Mayor Karen Weaver was the sitting mayor when the crisis first erupted. Mayor Neely inherited the crisis, but I was able to see them both. And before we received the money, I was able to go and do a fact-finding tour of Flint and learn the do's, the don'ts, what to stay away from. And Mayor Neely, he said, whatever you do it right the first time. And we were able to do that.
Wow, it's powerful. It's also powerful to have allies and people who've done it before, and to be humble, right? To go and learn and to observe and then bring it to your area. And on terms of philosophy and way of thinking, how do you personally stay grounded and inspired while navigating the challenges of public service? And is there a creative practice or philosophy that keeps you aligned?
I think the secret to greatness, one, is humility. Knowing that I can of myself do nothing, and that we need people. We need people of all walks of life, different political philosophies, even different parties. And I think that when we can tap into the greatness within people, all of humanity, that's how we can solve real problems. And I think we were able to do that. Governor Whitmer's a Democrat. My first 5.6 million actually came from President Trump. And then the rest came through the Biden administration. But we worked with all. So humility, and a spirit of service. Those, I would say, not one and two, because they go hand in hand. I think that without humility, it's impossible to serve.
And I love what you mentioned there, because it's also, you talk about inclusivity and unity, right? Because at times you're like, oh, I'm on this side, or I'm here, I'm there. Like we create so much separation. And by coming together, we can actually create more impactful things. And then also you are in service to your people, right? So what is best for your people? So as you said, you're humble and you have so much humility that you can incorporate all these different aspects and different partners into what you do. So then you can do better for your people. Beautiful. And are there any policies or resolutions in your city or jurisdiction that promote sustainability?
In what way?
So do you have, I don't know, let's say like incorporation of more electric cars or solar panels or hydroelectricity, like anything that more sustainable for the city? Or are you looking to incorporating it more?
So water quality, as we mentioned, was very critical in terms of being able to provide and sustain clean drinking water. So we are working currently on a project, Ox Creek, which was recognized as the dirtiest creek in Michigan because of the pollutants from industrial manufacturing plants dumping for years. So we have about $10 million to completely clean it up. And we've already started the process because Ox Creek runs into the Paw Paw River, and the Paw Paw River runs into the St. Joseph River. St. Joseph River runs into Lake Michigan, which is our drinking source. So sustaining clean drinking water is important. And as we redevelop the city in terms of apartments, housing, we're very conscious of the clean energy. The solar panels, we just received a grant for $3.3 million.
Congratulations.
From the state of Michigan.
Beautiful.
For roof renovation. The $20 million that we received from the EPA, we're still fighting the Trump administration, where it's tied up in court, where about $2.6 million was going to go toward the renovation of a community center, but we were going to have EV stations,
I remember this.
the solar grid. So, but
Right.
we got a lot going on.
Beautiful. And actually, I love that you started with cleaning the creek, because first, if we talk about the big scheme of things, right, it doesn't only affect humans, it also affects the environment around the creek, right, the health of the trees, the soil, the health of wild animals that are going there. So it actually feels like a very important aspect. And I guess when we take care of our own health, right, we take care of the health of the water, then we also take care of the environmental health as well.
So fishing is a very big industry in southwestern Michigan, as well as boating. But to focus on the fishing, the aquatic, Ox Creek, at a certain point during the year, salmon come down. Lake trout. We have some of the best lake trout in the country.
Passes through these waters.
Well, it's impacted by the waters, but the salmon pass through the waters because it's a certain area for whatever reason that they go. I don't know if it's mating. I don't know what it is, but they go there, and people fish.
And then they eat it. And then they're sick.
So,
wow.
We have a big job, but we have the funding.
Beautiful.
To do the job. And that's the critical point. Problems, there are many. But funding, without funding, problems grow.
Right.
So that's one of the jobs that I have as the mayor, to meet with people, make friends, build relationships, cultivate relationships in order to get funds and monies for my residents.
Right. And also, I remember that's why we were fighting so strongly for Inflation Reduction Act, right? So it stays, so there's more funding for things like this.
Yes.
And, in order to amplify those kind of messages, right, in order to bring funding at times, we also need to inspire people to care about these different topics. And so far, I personally have been working with Los Angeles Climate Week, Plant-Based Treaty, Elected Officials Protect America, and incorporating art and other artists to convey different messages so that we can bring it to different audiences and then bring awareness back to what we're talking here about. And what role do you believe art, culture, and storytelling can play in revitalizing cities and empowering communities? And I also know you love music, so
Right.
feel free to talk about it too.
So art, one of the ways when you look at the problems, right? So the solution must be good. But the solution also must be universal. And art, music, they're universal. They cut across color, socioeconomic lines, religious, status, right?
Yes.
And music and art can reach all people, no matter where they are at.
You were saying this.
So it's imperative for lawmakers, leaders to marry the arts, the culture, the music with the transformation and change that is so needed in society. So Benton Harbor, Michigan, we have an arts district, and it is the engine for the change that we see taking place. So,
can you give us more examples?
So murals, so murals tell stories, and storytelling has been traditionally, historically, a way to educate people. Before we had the pen or the paper, it was storytelling. Passed on, passed down. You have the pyramids, right, where you can see the calligraphy, which is storytelling. The Mayan. So I mean, it's so much. The Native American, where through storytelling, through art, we can educate, elevate, and bring people together.
Beautiful. Thank you. And looking ahead, what is your biggest hope for the futures of the cities like Benton Harbor, and how can creatives be a part of that vision?
So I want to see and help to make Benton Harbor a model where small cities, large cities can see people working, loving, recreating, laughing, living together. And I don't know if utopia is the right word, but I would like for it to be a modern city, a new city, that others can say, we want New York or Chicago or Tel Aviv to be like Benton Harbor.
Wow. It was beautiful. Thank you so much, Marcus. Thank you. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for everything that you put into your work, and also affecting, people around you and the animals and nature, and now inspiring other creatives to maybe envision this utopian city of Benton Harbor and see what kind of magic can come out of it.
Hopefully.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.